got Brock up on the dock in the favored position, which would be closest to our camera there. It will be Buck Thornton, 44, from Atlanta, Georgia. He has held 17 national championships in outboard boats, won the 84 Champ Boat National Marathon, and a member of the APBA Hall of Champions.
Well, right next to him is one of the famed Seaball family. This is young Mike Seaball on his way to equaling the records of his dad. That's Eric Renison from Naples, Florida. And next to him, Chris Bush out of St. Paul, Minnesota. He's got 10 years experience in these tunnel hulls.
And here's the man, Bill Seabold, the winningest driver in the history of outboard powerboat racing. Alongside him is Mickey Garrett from Lakeland, Florida. And further on down the dock from Port Washington, New York, is John Nash. And very last on the dock, the worst position you could draw, Daryl Kowalski of Southfield, Michigan.
Okay, seconds to the start. There goes the flag. The starter buttons are pushed, and they're off. Good start by everybody except John Nash. He's a little late away. They're all heading out there toward that first pin. That's Mike Seabold on the outside, trying to make a wide sweep into turn one.
And on the inside, with a terrific start, the red and white boat of Mickey Garrett. And Mickey Garrett tied around the pin. He leads them out of that first turn.
Beautiful start by Mickey Garrett. Started in the middle of the pack, but boy, he's moving out as they go down to that straight. Buck Thornton moves up into second place, and Bill Seabold, the master, sitting there in third. But he's moving up on Buck Thornton.
Indeed he is. Here comes Seabold. He blows right past Buck Thornton and comes into the rooster tail from Mickey Garrett's boat. Now Garrett, in fact, won so many races last year, in Florida particularly, that the city of Lakeland presented him with the keys to the city. They like him.
Well, there's a good race for second between Seabold and Buck Thornton, two of the masters in this business. Seabold probably has the inside line. Bill Seabold, what a story. Been racing these things since he was 11 years old. Won the World Formula One Championship, every possible title you can imagine in hydroplane racing.
And his father was a racer before him, so that makes Mike Seabold a third-generation outboard powerboat racer.
They also build these boats. Most of these hulls are Seabold hulls, and they are kind of the Ferrari family of this kind of competition. As we watch Bill Seabold now trying to move in on Garrett for the number one spot. Is he going to jump that way? No, but he moved right up against Garrett's weight as they come down the front straight, Steve.
And he got mighty wet doing it. So now it's Seabold going to the outside. On the inside, in the lead is Mickey Garrett as they head down into turn number one.
You can see a little bit difference in the configuration of those two boats. Seabold, of course, his own boat and design. Garrett, oh, look at that. Seabold crossed Garrett's wake as they went into turn number two, and it looks as if he's got the inside line. What a move. That's why they call him the best in the business, I would imagine, Steve.
Oh, indeed. Mickey Garrett went a little bit high in that turn, and Bill Seabold, the winningest driver in the history of his generation, so it's no surprise to the competitors or the knowledgeable fans on the beach. He is in the lead. And back there, just a few places, is his young son, Mike. And you can bet they'll try to make this a father-son 1-2 finish.
Indeed. There's these little tunnel hull boats. Some of the guys call these boats pickle fork hulls. You can see because of this kind of double bow that they have. They sort of look a little like pickle fork.
Right, here is Mike Seabold on the outside challenging Thornton, Buck Thornton, for third place, and it looks like he's picking him up.
Let's see if he tries the same move as Dad does by jumping that way coming off a two.
No, it appears that he didn't, Brock.
In fact, Buck got off that corner a little bit better than Mike and opened it out a little bit in that third place spot.
Well, Mike Seabold, it's a miracle, really, he's even racing, Buck. He has survived two near-fatal accidents when he stopped the boat. By stop, that means going nose first in the water, coming to a dead stop. They did it in Milwaukee, get a little race, and there he is, trying to catch up with his dad, who's leading this heat.
Very courageous young man, and he gets around Buck Thornton and has third place by about a boat length. Yeah, he's going to open it out as they go past the pits and head down into one. So his father Bill, the guy they call Pop on the circuit at age 45, leads it while son Mike sits back in third place.
And the only thing preventing a 1-2 Seabold finish is the red boat that just exited the picture on the right. That is Mickey Garrett from Lakeland, Florida.
Mike Seabold just trimmed out and running about 140. As he moves in on Mickey Garrett, it could be we'll have a 1-2 finisher. He's up on him, right on his turn, Dave.
Oh, this is an excellent race. And look at him just squirt ahead. Now he's a little higher in the turn than Garrett. Let's see if Garrett can hang on. Indeed he does. Garrett still in second spot.
Well, it looks as if Mike got a little high. That tunnel hull underneath it as he came off that corner, and that gave Mickey a good shot. He accelerates away as they head down toward the first turn.
It looked for an instant there like Mike thought about crossing his weight, getting on the inside before they got to that next bend, and then he decided, no, not the thing to do.
Well, Garrett has now answered the challenge of Mike Seabold and has moved away substantially. It could be that challenge that Mike made coming off of the last corner was a little bit too much for him. Look at this. He gets into that corner so much quicker than Garrett. That's exactly where he challenged the last time.
Well, we'll be back to the finish of the second heat of the Campo Grand Prix to see if the Seabold family can take it 1 and 2.
On our water ballet here in the Ohio River, Madison, Indiana, as we watch a race for second place in this Campo Grand Prix. I'm Brock Yates along with Steve Evans and Ed Bruce here on the beach. That's Mickey Garrett out there trying to hold off Mike Seabold, who's riding in that third spot. And I'll tell you what, Steve, these guys have been going at it for lap after lap.
And Brock, I am continually amazed at how easy guys like Garrett and Seabold make this racing look. Those both are such a handful, especially in happy water we're fishing right now. Now this is the younger Seabold Mike on the inside. Let's see what kind of a line he takes. Garrett in the red boat on the outside. The machines appear to be evenly matched. The difference is going to be the driving technique, Brock.
Right, Steve. A lot of strategy involved as you watch the leader, Bill Seabold. He's got a couple of laps to go, and he'll ice this second heat away. But right now, the battle is between his son and Mickey Garrett. Now, you can't run these things like a race car. You can't get behind the other guy. You have to be very careful in selecting their line because you get in the other man's way, and you can dump one of these things in a wink of an eye.
And it's a rough ride for Mickey Garrett. You see him just slam against the side of the boat coming out of those turns. Helmet bobbing back and forth. Here is Mike Seabold on the outside again. The same line he's tried before that has been unproductive.
Well, he tried the inside in the last lap. Now he's on the outside. But Mickey Garrett seems to have a little edge in speed, and that is the difference between a second-place finish for Mike Seabold. Mike goes the inside now. Now he's in against the pin. So he's going to try the short way around. The long way didn't work the last time.
And we are on the very last lap. It appears that the senior Seabold is going to take the checkered flag first. The question right now is, can Mickey Garrett hold on to that second spot? Mike Seabold staying just on the fringe of the rooster tail for Mickey Garrett's boat. Here is Seabold. He has only got a few hundred yards to make it work.
And the checkered flag is out, and this man, Bill Seabold, heading for it. He takes the victory in heat number 2. Mickey Garrett crosses the line in second, edging out from Bill Seabold for third place. Good race, Steve.
Oh, indeed it was, and I would tell you the feature, which is going to combine all of the boats we've seen so far, is going to be just an outstanding affair. Imagine 16 boats out there instead of just 8. So the final results are in. Bill Seabold, to no one's surprise, wins in boat number 7. His son hung on for third. A fine drive by Mickey Garrett into that second slot. Buck Thornton had to settle for fourth. Now let's go to Ed Bruce.
Thanks, Steve. I'm standing here with Mark Lytle, new father, part-time boat racer, and mayor of Madison, Indiana. Mark, it's a pleasure to be here, and tell us about what this race means to the community.
Well, Ed, it's a pleasure to have you here first. This race, this event means quite a bit to the city of Madison. Not only economically, but in the positive light. People seem to have an upbeat attitude during this week. They work together, and they kind of play together when the weekend comes, and they have a good time. Economically, it means somewhere around probably something like $2 million coming into the community.
Are you in charge of the weather?
I wish I could make it. I get credit for when it's bad, so I'll take credit when it's good.
It's beautiful. Now the important stuff. Was it a boy or a girl?
It was a girl, the fourth girl.
Oh, my goodness. I said new father. Mark, thank you. Congratulations to you and Mama. Hope she's well and the baby's fine.
Thank you.
And let's go back to more racing with Brock and Steve.
All right, pass our congrats along as well, Ed. And here's the winner of heat number 2. That is Bill Seabold crawling out of the boat. They drive him right up on the trailers there at the beach. And old friend Bernie Little, the owner of the famous Miss Budweiser Unlimited, there to congratulate it. Let's go to Brock.
Oh, Billy Seabold wins it, Bill?
Garrett held you off for a while, but it just wasn't the day.
Well, it's, we were about the 4th or 5th on the dock for the start, and I thought I had the speed, so we just kind of played cooling up through. The water got pretty choppy. Water's pretty rough on the backstretch, so we're just kind of cooling it.
What do you reckon the race course is going to be like by the time the main event starts?
So winter's morning's going to be real rough. It's rough on the backstretch, but you can go harder on the backstretch than you can on the front stretch because of the wind. Right now, there's some little swirls of wind out there that are pretty treacherous.
Okay, congratulations, Bill. And now let's go to Steve with the second-place finisher, Mickey Garrett.
Well, Mickey Garrett would have liked to have seen that checkered flag first. Unfortunately, at second, the Seabolts kind of had you sandwiched in there.
Yeah, well, I didn't know Michael was there, and until he almost got me on the other side. I thought Buck was right behind me, Buck Thornton. I had no idea Michael was there.
When the elder Seabolt decided to put a move on you, he didn't waste much time.
No, he knew what he was doing. He snuck up on me, too. I had no idea he was there. But you're supposed to look when you go into a turn of these boats, but sometimes the guy's just out of your vision, and you can't see him.
Now, the wind started to whip up about midway through that heat. Create some problems for you?
Sure did, once right here. Just about put on a good show for the spectators, I think.
I saw that. Got a little loose.
Got a little loose, yeah. Maybe I should run it like that all the time. I'd run faster.
Now, do you keep your eye on the flag here behind us going into the feature, watching the water and the wind conditions?
What you have to watch the water. You can't see the flags or anything. You just have to watch the water conditions. And the rollers, you can't really see those. You're going so fast.
What might you change to the number 65 boat before the feature?
We'll probably lower the motor a little bit because there's going to be more boats out there for the final heat. Be rougher, so we'll lower the motor a little bit.
See you then.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mickey. Let's go to Brock Yates with the third-place finisher.
Mike looked real strong on Garrett down in 3 and 4. He could get right up on the outside of him, but down the front chute, the boat seemed to be a little squirrely, and then he could pull you coming off of 2 real good. What was the reason for that?
I think my engines are a little rich right now on low aim. I think it's not accelerating right. And I had all kinds of speed on them. I just he ran me all over the place, and I couldn't get around him. If I could have got around him, I think I could have held him off pretty easily. And I did have a little problem going into the wind. The boat was getting a little light on me. But I think I'll have it ready for the 50 lap.
What kind of changes are you going to make?
Probably going to move a little weight around, add a little more weight to the nose, and so I can carry a nice attitude going into the wind.
Good to see that loose runner from me. They put it out, right?
Yeah, that turned out really good.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
So that is the obvious heir apparent to the out.